You're listening to Midnight History, a place for quiet stories about the past. Tonight, we revisit the Great Depression, a time when the world slowed down and learned the value of patience. There are winters that arrive without snow. They come quietly, like a shadow on a warm day. At first, you don't feel the cold. You only notice that people speak softer and the lights stay on a little longer. In the late 1920s, the world felt warm and certain. Radios glowed in living rooms, streetcars clattered home. Shops stayed open late because everyone believed tomorrow would be the same, maybe even better. After the Great War, the world wanted to live loud. Factories hummed, adverts promised easy comfort. A car in every driveway, a fridge in every kitchen, and enough credit to make it all seem possible. People bought stocks not to own a company, but to own a dream. Banks were friendly, money felt endless, and the charts all pointed in one direction, up. But cracks always start small, a rumor here, a hesitation there. Then one morning in October 1929, the confidence ran out. They called it Black Tuesday. The market fell faster than anyone could understand. Prices slipped through fingers like rain. Phones rang and nobody wanted to answer. A house built on confidence doesn't collapse all at once. It folds quietly, beam by beam. By the end of the week, the noise had stopped. Men who once spoke about profits now stared at the floor. They weren't ruined in one moment. They were emptied of certainty. Banks depend on trust. When people stop believing, the numbers stop meaning anything. Lines formed outside closed doors. Some got their money back, most didn't. Behind the glass, the silence was heavier than any vault. Out in the countryside, another kind of storm arrived. The land itself gave up. The soil, tired from too many harvests, turned to dust. Wind carried it across the plains until noon looked like night. Families sat at tables covered in a fine brown layer. Mothers shook out the cloths, and the air turned dark again. Children learned that the world could go quiet and rough at the same time. In the cities, time slowed down. Factories went dark. The signs outside read, "Closed until further notice." Men waited in lines that didn't move. Work became a rumor, something you heard about but rarely saw. Still, people tried to hold on to small things. A newspaper passed down a bench, a cup of tea shared between friends. Manners became a kind of shelter when nothing else felt safe. Governments reacted slowly, then all at once. Bridges and parks were built not just to connect places, but to keep people working. New rules tried to build a safety net from old mistakes. Behind every policy was the same quiet idea: no one should fall too far again. History writes about those years in numbers, but life then was counted in smaller ways. A couple folding rent money into an envelope, a girl sewing the same dress for another season, a boy counting the steps between laughter. People still had birthdays. They still lit one candle and made a wish that tomorrow might feel lighter. Recovery didn't happen overnight. It crept in, like spring after a long winter. A job that lasted, a week without worry, a cupboard that wasn't empty anymore. The Great Depression wasn't only about losing wealth. It was about learning what really mattered when it was gone. People discovered value in patience, in decency, in each other. If you look at the old photographs, you'll see it. Not despair, not triumph, just a steady gaze, as if to say, "We're still here." So if your own evening ever feels long, if your numbers stop making sense, remember this. Another generation learned to survive quiet weather. They waited, they worked, they kept each other company. And when the world remembered how to smile again, it did it slowly, just as it had forgotten, one day at a time. Sleep well, morning is patient.